mark from the world above. They fall to me through endless realms. I set them free. Keeper of souls, elven dread. My throne forged in shades of red. I am the keeper, the one who remains through life and death, through pleasure and pain. Metal veins and iron will, in the depths I linger still. An ancient god reborn remain, bound to shadows unafraid. Rise from the void and flame, a god reborn, never the same. Electric pulse in rhythm and sound, bound to the earth, yet unbound. Keeper of shadows, ruler of none, eternal watch till all one. From life to death, through endless flight, I hold the souls within my sight. Rise from the bones below, ancient echoes in the afterglow. Once a god, now bound by fate, in shadows deep I lie and wait. Elven blood, dark cast the night, in realms unseen I hold the light. Soul slip by, lost and cold, in my hands the story's told. Elven blood, dark cast the night, in realms unseen I hold the light. Soul slip by, lost and cold, in my hands the story's told. I am the keeper, the one who remains through life and death, through pleasure and pain. Metal veins and iron will, in the depths I linger still. An ancient god reborn remain, bound to shadows unafraid. Rust and echoes, wires and gears, silent witness through the years. They call my name in the black and dark. Now Shire's reign leaves its mark from the world above. They fall to me through endless realms. I set them free. Keeper of souls, elven dread. My throne forged in shades of red. I am the keeper, the one who remains through life and death, through pleasure and pain. Metal veins and iron will, in the depths I linger still. An ancient god reborn remain, bound to shadows unafraid. Rise from the void and flame, a god reborn, never the same. Electric pulse in rhythm and sound, bound to the earth, yet unbound. Keeper of shadows, ruler of none, eternal watch till all one. From life to death, through endless flight, I hold the souls within my sight.
Alright. I seem to have completely lost myself here. Give me one sec. Disembodied voice. was forgetting something today. Yeah, in the process of... Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, Gaily. I am already lost, but hey, you know what? Why make it worse than it already is? There we go. That's better. Alright, so, what I've been doing... I've set up a link tree. Yay! It's about fucking time. I still have to clean it up. Gotta get my Discord properly added to it. It's being a bit of a pain in the ass. I also did this. So, if you're a subscriber, you can bring up your own... You can actually bring up the raid message. And subscribers can also bring up the non-subscriber raid message, so that anyone can add whatever emotes they want to it. Because unfortunately, my emotes will only work on my channel, unless you're a subscriber. So there you have it. Very slowly transitioning, getting ready to do bigger things, hopefully, at some point. Cleaning up shit that I probably should have cleaned up a year ago. You know how it goes. Although, I will say this. You probably noticed that my model freaks out a lot less. It's because I decided to stop using Warudo and I went back to using VC Face, which is the same tracking software I was using back when I first started this channel. And honestly, for completely free tracking software, this shit's good. I know many things that are good. Raid Mel Legends. Let me guess. It would be a auto-playing dungeon crawler with mostly PvE content and occasional PvP content, and most of the characters are going to be mecha girls and dragon girls. There we go. Also, I don't know if you guys can hear it in the background or not. If you can hear my fan, let me know. It is fucking hot in my room. No, see, the thing is that you might get power crept, but we're also going to keep doing adjustments to make sure that you stay in line with the current meta power creep. And I'm saying that because, actually, on that note, they did that in Zenless Zone Zero recently. One of the characters, like their very first paid banner S rank, got a readjustment to keep her in line with the current S ranks. No, let's not sugarcoat it. We would power creep the shit out of that. I'm not even ashamed to admit this. No, see, I would power creep the shit out of it, but I wouldn't go like immoral pay to win like what Diablo Immortal did with their fucking their stones for the loot for the rifts, their rift stones. Yeah, that shit, no. See, I have to give it to Hoyo. Hoyo actually does keep an eye on their S rank or their 5 stars or what have you, for however they want to call it, because they even did that with Genshin, and they're actually still going back with Honkai Impact 3rd, which is one of their currently running oldest titles, and they're still updating old characters. They're even updating A rank characters. Yeah, I was actually talking to someone earlier on Discord about it. We were just joking. Uma Musume Pretty Derby is taking over the VTuber scene. I don't know. I don't like WUWA. And the thing is that it has great potential. It is probably a fucking amazing game. But that first fucking hour of the game, it completely lost me. I lost all interest in the game. You know, when you have 1 hour of opening sequence to the game that only consists of 15 minutes of gameplay, and everyone talks to you like you should know what the fuck they're talking about, it has a shit onboarding, just a very shit onboarding for new players. I am not, actually. I timed it when I first played it. They may have changed it since, but when I first picked it up, I was not exaggerating that amount of time. If they clean up their onboarding, I'd be all for it. Zenless had an amazing tutorial sequence. I mean, yeah, it did still pop up, give you all your tutorial pop-ups, but it was actually a lot more... It had a better flow-through on it. It got you into the game faster. Now, you want to know the most egregious game that I've come across recently for tutorial onboarding? It's actually the SD Gundam G Generation Eternal. Like, it opens up the entire menu to you very early on, but it doesn't let you touch anything on the menu. It's like, no, you have to touch here. You have to touch here. Then why the fuck did you give me the menu? There's actually even no option in there for people who are either seasoned players of the series or understand gacha games. They just force you through it. It's like, no, I don't want to deal with this. Just let me play the goddamn game. Actually, I would say the PSO2 NGS menu when you first start is like that. The original, kinda, maybe. Yeah, NGS I would say is worse for that. Originals full of useless moves that can't block or dodge. Yes, there were. You would carry the public boss, and I would just sit at a distance and beat the shit out of it with my gunner. And dodge like crazy, because it was all I could do. Gunners can't take a hit. God, they're fun. I miss that game. I actually have been thinking about going back and playing it. Alright, well, let's get into the game today. We are getting back into SD Gundam G Generation Crossrays. We are Gundam 00. Well, yes, it was waifu dress-up, but it was also just simply a fun game. Like, the mechanics in it were great. You know what sucks? I was thinking about it earlier today, and yeah, okay, I'm having an okay time with Final Fantasy XIV, playing through on the Sprite playthrough, but I realized something kind of upsetting. I have fallen out of love with that game. Have fun! You know, this is going to sound completely ridiculous to some people to say something like this, but they should have ended it at Endwalker and made a new game. Yeah. The end of Endwalker should have been the end of the game. I feel like they shot themselves in the foot by making the new expansion. And I kind of get why, because they left so many open story threads, but make a new game that follows those story threads. Because then they can take the experience they had from developing Final Fantasy XIV and make the game people want. Because right now, Final Fantasy XIV is not the game people want. It's the game we have, but it's not the game we want. I think they had an idea of where they were going when they hit Stormblood, because you can really see the through lines from there into Shadowbringers and towards Endwalker. So I don't entirely agree with that. I mean, but I do agree that they should have started that process back in Stormblood. They should have spun off development when they were working on Stormblood. They may not have had the story written, but they knew roughly the direction they were going in. And you can see it.
ラグランジュ3に位置する秘密ドックへと急いでいた。
Yeah, but they had enough there that they could have developed the story up to the end of Endwalker. I honestly think that they knew the direction they were going. How do we know that? Unless Yoshi P himself comes out and just straight up says, yeah, in Stormblood we didn't know where we were going. I don't know. Given what we have, I do find that a little far-fetched. I think they didn't know where they were going after they finished with the story arc that they were working on. I 100% will believe that and agree with that any day, because fuck, look at Dawn Trail. If you need any evidence of that, Dawn Trail is right there. But honestly, there's too much in Heavensward, Stormblood, Shadowbringers for them to not have known the direction they were going in. But that doesn't take away from the point you and I were both getting to before. They should have ended at Endwalker and made another game. Yes, they also should have started development at around Stormblood. 100%. I am on board with that. I agree with you there. They should have already started that process. But they didn't. I mean, we can sit here and argue semantics all day long and get absolutely nowhere. That isn't the point. All I'm saying is that from what I've seen, they may say one thing, but from what I see and have witnessed and experienced, I disagree. And I'm going to leave it there. I agree. They should have started this the process of a new game in Stormblood. And they absolutely should have started the new game in Stormblood. Yeah, that's it exactly. We're stuck with Final Fantasy XIV the way it is, and they're not going to fix it. They're not going to give us the game that we want. They're going to give us, well, more of the same. I mean, you would be hard-pressed to find someone who plays Final Fantasy XIV who doesn't want them to change the game into something more than what it is. Like, we can even get into the mechanics that we want changed, or the game systems we want changed. You know, the fucking glamour dresser. I hate that. You know, why do we have a glamour dresser? Why don't we have a better housing system? You could make the argument, well, we have the apartment buildings. Yes, we do, but it isn't housing. Like, it's not the house where you can actually put stuff outside and, you know, make it the way you want it. You know, that kind of thing. Like, the housing system we have is shit. I don't mind the trust system. It's not the ideal system, but for someone who doesn't want to worry about grouping up all the time, it's there. Is it fantastic? No. Is it amazing? No. Is it functional? Is it serviceable? Yes. Yeah, I love the Warcraft transmog system. Also because fashion, in that regard, carried over between characters. If you found something on, you know, on one plate mail, on one plate wearer, and then you started another plate wearer down the line, you could transmog into all that stuff. No, I know when it started, it was kind of meh. Like I remember I was playing it when they released it. It wasn't that great. I'm just thinking about when I played it during Dragonflight and took a look at the transmog system then. It was solid. But here's the dumb thing. The original transmog system was still better than what we have in Final Fantasy XIV in a lot of ways. Is it perfect? No. Is it better? Yeah. I like the idea of glamour plates, but the fact that glamour plates still require that you sacrifice glamour dresser space, not a fan. Oh, but now you can group sets into a single item in your glamour dresser. Okay. That still doesn't resolve the base problem. Hey, it's Patrick. Going after the Colonel again. Although I have to admit, him grown up, he actually looks better with like the longer hair. I mean, both called for and not. I'm gonna just... I completely agree with why she yelled at him there. But at the same time, he was trying to get your attention because you were lost in thought and you didn't say go away or to stop. Until then... Oh, that's right. Alleluia now has eyes that are odd-colored. Because he no longer switches into Alleluia and Hallelujah. Hey, Diane. Nichis, I'm just gonna ignore that. I like Ian's outfit. Hey, look! It's another person with a completely bullshit name. I wonder who they're working for. No, I'm not going to bother hiding that because they've got the same kind of name as all of Ribbons's goons. Since I've never seen you before. Yeah. There's actually a reason behind the naming. Just Ian's list of reasons why she's amazing. No, it's not a bad English translation. It's all of the people that are working for Ribbons Allmark all have weird names like that. So that's why you have Regen Regetta, Bring Stabity. Who is the other one that we've run into so far? But yeah, they all have those weird bullshit names. It's basically the first name and the last name roughly should mean about the same thing, or they should be related in some way. But no, they did that by design, and unfortunately, it also makes it really easy to see who the bad guys are. Now, unfortunately for Anu, she is actually an innocent victim. Yeah, a new returner is unfortunately a victim in all this. Right, there's the other person. Revival. Now you also notice Revival and a new returner have very similar names. I wonder why. There's Bring Stabity. Also, if you thought I was joking about his name... No, Marvel comic book characters have usually better naming than this. Are they clones? How best to put this? Yes and no. They are lab grown from specific genetic samples. And certain genetic samples will have very specific features amongst themselves, and they will be related in some way. Now, at this point in the show, we will have been made aware of these beings called innovators, which these guys are supposed to be. They're not, but they're supposed to be. The innovators are actually humans. Humans that evolved to a point beyond these guys. These guys are actually called innovades. They were designed, literally, to help humans evolve to the point where they can actually have innovators evolve within humanity. I can get into the whole spiel as to what the fuck that all is, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there in the game. Oh, hey, Andy, how's it going? Disney Imagineers? Well, at least these guys are more imaginative. Bye, Andy. If only there were innovators, Wang Lume. Oh, right. The fucking Memento Mori. This thing. Now, Memento Mori. Bye-bye. Not much you can do about an orbital laser cannon. And it has near infinite power because it's attached to the solar arrays. Yes, it will eliminate all wars from the world because, well, you now have a terror weapon. Oh, Nana Trinity? Yeah. This version of her is actually pretty hot. I mean, now that she's 4 years older than she was before. Oh, yeah. No, she's absolutely crazy. I mean, he'd know about that because, well, he's actually from around there. Yeah, I like the new uniforms for Celestial Being. The new uniforms are really nice. Tyria. They call themselves innovators. Again, that's a misnomer. We'll get to that eventually. Living terminals created by Veda. So this is... He's going to explain a little bit as to what these innovades really are. Team Trinity was working for them all the way back then. Hallelujah basically gets right to the bottom of it. It's like they say that they've taken over Aelia Shenberg's plan, but no, they haven't. They've got their own plan, as evidenced by the fact that they created the A-Laws. Setsuna, straight to the point. Every now and then you need a straight shooter like him. See, now that little bit's done, I'm going to explain a little bit about the innovades and them being these living terminals for Veda. Because at this point in the series, we will already know that the innovades, they call themselves innovators. I'm not going to do that because you find out later that what they say isn't true. Duh. Are able to connect through quantum brainwaves to Veda, which is at a remote location. No one knows where it is. It is at a hidden location, but they can communicate with it remotely. And because they are living terminals created by Veda, they can link to it. But through that, they've been able to understand Aelia Shenberg's plan, but there's certain parts of his plan that were not kept in parts of Veda that they could access, which is one of the reasons why Season 2 of Gundam 00 starts out the way it does. Now, going back to them all being living terminals, the naming system should now start to make a lot more sense. They don't have proper names because they're terminals. They're alive in the sense that, they're living organisms, but they were never intended to be more than support systems. Tyria is one of them. Not really like a battery, more like a remote access computer connecting to a server across the world somewhere. They're the computer terminal connecting to said server, which the server is Veda. Nah, USB still requires a direct connection. Remember, these guys are doing this remotely. Computers turn into waifus? Yeah, basically. But waifus and husbandos. Also, if you haven't guessed, with a name like Bring Stabity, he's a close combat expert. That's what he's designed for. Their names also technically lean into what their roles are supposed to be. Even though Revival is a combatant, I'm willing to bet you that because a new returner has great specialization in like regenerative therapies and medicine and whatnot, Revival probably has the same knowledge base. Veda, so Veda. That's your Gundam. The one who said sorry. That would be Tyria. Tyria Arde. Tyria is one of them, but he's also been cut off from Veda because he currently fights against the Innovades. Here, let me spell it out. Give me 1 sec here. That would be his first name. Oh yeah, she can detect quantum brainwaves because she's a super soldier, which that was part of the thing. That was actually part of that project. Alleluia should be able to, but because he took a massive blow to the dome, yeah. They can't because she's not a terminal. They have no access to her. If they broadcast it, she could hear it. She'd probably be able to hear it, but they couldn't direct it at her specifically. But then everybody who has quantum brainwaves would get stuck with that, even the Innovades. Yeah, it's very much a not you problem. Patrick. She already knows who's the one that's actually commanding these, this force. She's like, yeah, I know this tactic. Oh, Catty. Now we get the double O riser. Let's go. It's designed to stabilize the GN cores so he can actually use the Trans Am on it. Which is good. That also means he's a lot more potent. And now, because it's stabilized in Trans Am mode, here's what we see what happens when you square the particle output. Everyone has a mass hallucination! Actually, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but for all intents and purposes. See, what happened is the that particle field it created actually created a temporary quantum link to everyone's mind, so everyone can hear everybody. Of course, you know, the reason why she's so pissed at him being in a Gundam is, you know, the Gundam throne units killed her family and blew off her arm. So she kind of has a little bit of a beef against them. But she also doesn't realize that they're not the same, but nor at this point does she care. There's a few reasons for that, though. Sure.
俺たちのガンダムだ。邪魔をするな。ダブルオーライザー、目標に飛翔する。
Actually, here's a bit of a newsflash for you, Setsuna. Everything is slower than you, because you can use quantum entanglement to teleport. And yeah, he actually does.
そちらの動きは見えている。当たりはしない。 ダブルオーライザー、目標に飛翔する。
Oh, hey, it's Louise.
ルイス・ハレビンか。
Hi, Cat.
ガンダム、たとえまやかしを使ったところで俺が破壊する。俺たちの意志で。
Yep, you heard a kitty. That was Ellie. Ellie doing Ellie things.
仕留める。許すわけにはいかない。
First, let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. A royal barge of largeness. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. It doesn't have any... It's just potential, so as my hit points decrease, it does more damage. Alright. You know what? No, let's do this. Oh shit, I can't get him close enough. Maybe if I do this. Yeah, there we go. Damn it. Not quite. However, yeah. I don't know how I'm supposed to get all of the transports. Like, how the hell am I supposed to get all the transports there? Like, it's not like I can launch anybody else. Actually, no, I have an idea. I think I know how I'm going to do this. Yeah, he's not going to get there in time if I do it that way. That's fine. I was going to do this. And don't care about your little chat before you fight. Don't care. You hit me. Oh no. He's not going to be of use down here. So let's figure out what I'm going to do here.
これ以上やら
Can't move you there. Okay, so if that's the case. See, I can't wedge my ship down here. And I kind of have to. Doesn't really matter who I pick on. Someone's gonna get blown up. Okay, I'll take it. See, that's what I was trying to do by having Gundam Kyrios there. Or no, sorry, Arios. Having Gundam Arios there is getting them to attack it. I don't care if it's overkill. I want these guys gone. Yes, I hear you, cat. What is your attack range? 4. Yeah, I can... Sure. Let's get everybody in on this one. Yep. Ellie's definitely trying to give advice. Shit. I moved wrong. Maybe? Nope. Okay, I'm in the clear. Yes, Ellie. I know you're there. Right, you can't actually fit through there. That's okay. Good. You guys did exactly what I was hoping you would. Yeah, I could imagine yours heard Ellie and decided to come trotting on over. When in doubt, use the warship. Alright. So. He's toast no matter what, but hey, why not? If you can overkill, go for it. Alright. Try to drop a sun on somebody. Amongst other things.
ケルデム進行ルートを切り開く敵の牽制は引き受けたぜ外しゃしねえこいつでおねんねだ
Kind of savage. Holy shit.
トランザム僕の仲間を落とさせやしないそこここで仕留める
This isn't Nichi's dropping a sun on somebody, but this is somebody else. Still gonna get a sun dropped on him, though.
セラビ目標を迎撃する破壊する ここまでなのか
Alright. Ouch. That's gonna hurt. Yeah, I'm trying to protect the guys that have the green squares around them. Yeah, if I lose one, it's game over. So who actually has the best range? You do. Nice. There he goes. And do that, and then I get to move this guy up, I think. Nope. Well, yeah, technically I will. Good enough. Alright, Setsuna can take out these guys. So now all I have to worry about is these guys, which, you know what, I think I'm in a good place with that. Yeah, let's just go anti-air attack. Don't need anything special for this. Okay, so they can all take one shot, which is fine. There we go. That'll kill him. That's what I wanted. There he goes. And let's get sniper shot going on here. There. I'm clear there. Now, time to clean up here. Yeah, if I can, I'm going to try and get this warship too. Because that also means I get the crew when I unlock that one. Oh, sweet. I'm actually going to get the 7-turn bonus. Yeah, it is definitely a bit of a slugfest. However, yes, warship kill. No, you're not an innovator. You're an innovade. But you don't know that. Because Ribbons is just being, you know, Ribbons. And there we go. Done. But that's only the first half. However, I'm going to put this on auto. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. You got your daily dose of SD Gundam? Oh, nice. It's all because of you guys. No. Yeah, I mean that's the benefit of having it on PC or even on a console. It's always going to look better than it does on mobile. Actually, what he should have said there is, you know, when you fight, people get hurt. Yes, and when you don't fight, people also get hurt. You know, I do like the fact that between season 1 and season 2, Setsuna has changed substantially. Like, he is not the same person. You know, I actually wonder how many people are on the crew, like part of the crew on that ship, because you only ever see like 8 or 9 people, but you know there has to be more. It's Cateron. Well, you didn't think it could shoot at you in space? Come on, man. Hey, look, it's someone named Healing Care. Again with the names. Is this a plan about precision or brute force? Both. You can have both. It's a good thing that the Ptolemaeus 2 is actually armed. So you think this is going to be a standard mop-up operation, do you? No, range 3. She will be ungodly powerful here, though. Alright. Now I get to bring all of my guys into the mission. Now, is the Memento Mori actually a targetable enemy? Yes, it is. Okay, 4 cruisers worth of enemies. Is he on this side? No, he's not. All of you are going to need to get out of the way. Okay. I didn't give Galley the buffed up version. I don't think. Oh, I did. Hey, Galley, you there? I got something for you. The base stats on your Barbatos Lupus Rex. It's, yeah. If it was a beast before, it's an absolute monster now. Oh shit, I forgot that she can hit from that far away. Range 9. Ridiculous. Hey, Hina. How you doing? I changed up your Gundam a bit. Not great? Oh, that's not good. You have a sniper rifle. More to the point, you have an anti-material rifle, but, you know, same diff. You can also hit at range 8, which is pretty fucking far. The only person who currently outranges you is Emmy, at range 9. Well, if you're not doing all that great, we can always talk about it a little later, because I know, things are not particularly great for a lot of people right now, and if I can help you out, I absolutely will. But we will talk later. So, you know what? Let's get Davin here. Just Emmy kicked the shit out of somebody. A railgun. Armor-piercing round with a shaped charge warhead. It's like both of these things together. I mean, to be entirely fair, I don't think that would actually be as effective as they make it out to be, but eh. I'm not worried about it, because most of these guys are just going to sit there, so... Yeah, I think I'm just going to wait. do, 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 do. All right, there's, yeah, you know what? I think I'm in a good spot with that. Completely unnecessary. I have to amp up this mobile suit quite a bit. Let's move you guys up a little, because in case I need them. You know, if he defended, he actually would have survived that, even with the extra 500 damage from the explosion. I need to give him range 2 melee combat. That'd be very handy.
誰が相手かなどは些細な問題です。私たちが勝利するという結果さえあれば。
I wonder, does her Gadessa have the map weapon? Because I know one of these does. Yes, it does. Do 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 do. See if I can piss off the cruiser at the back and get him to launch his units. Sit there and be all intimidating. He's just standing there menacingly. Yep. Bait it is. No, you guys can just stay there for now. mean, sure. They really don't like my Gundam Dynamis. Or my Cherudum. My Gundam Cherudum. So this is the best possible outcome. The GN Tau drive should not be able to restore energy like that. Oh well, whatever. Okay, so first, let's deal with you. Do 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 do. I need to give my Phoenix Gundam some movement up. Yeah, it needs movement up. Range 7 just isn't good enough to keep up with the pace of combat. Alright. Well, he did. That's for sure. I got Mel back in his Fist Fighter Gundam.
どうやら降参してはいただけないご様子。
Time for a Kamehameha.
そのお手並み拝見させていただきます。この機体を前にするとは少々不運だった。
Crunch.
被弾した。万死無限。
Hawaiian King God. Yeah. No, no. Largely because in that Gundam universe, there probably is one. And that won't be it. G Gundam is weird. Oh, wow. Okay. That didn't turn out quite the way I was expecting it to. I was going, because I wasn't sure if my melee attack would destroy it. But since Emmy is not specialized for close combat, her damage is just short. Bye, Aber. The hell's you doing, cat? Like, what? Why are you freaking out? There's nothing there. And you hit my screens. Get the... No, was sleeping between my monitors and then bolted up like something had freaked her out, and she hit my screens and she knocked everything out of place. Nothing got knocked over, but yeah. Yeah, sees dead things is probably the best way to look at it. Alright, so that's got 25,000 hit points. And I have to finish it off with her. How does that thing evade? You know what? No, don't answer that question. Yeah, I'm out of range. I won't be able to hit it until next turn, I don't think. That's fine. I just got to get everybody further up. Because there's going to be more enemies that show up. Not particularly concerned about getting my ass handed to me. Almost everybody's gathered up, which is good. Great. Target destroyed using Ptolemaeus 2. Hi, other cat. Get down. Yay, more warships. Oh, shit, that thing. Alright, not super concerned about this. Oh, sweet. Kind of halfway there. Okay. I'll worry about getting Ptolemy's 2 on my own time. I'm not going to worry about doing that on stream. Because that'll take forever. Yep, just pew pew. The Empress. Yep, fuck it. I'll just leave her there. Alright, Nichis. Drop a sun on this motherfucker. I knew you were lurking around there somewhere, Nichis. Revive Dust Reviver. Yeah, you know what? Hey, sweet, I can capture 3 more of them. You know what? Yeah, that's what I'll do. Bring Stabity. Get Hadokened. Stand there menacingly, as usual. He's just standing there. All right, you have a good one. Thank you for stopping by. Tomorrow, Final Fantasy XIV. Carrying on with my Sprout run. Have a good night. You really picked the wrong person. All right, if you really want to attack Davin, you know, have at it. Hina and her trusty sniper rifle. She could probably take out the boss. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I don't think... I'm going to double check the anti-material rifle she has. Yeah, it doesn't have anything special on it. It's just a giant gun. Ooh. I'll have to look at that later. I don't want to destroy those other 3. Because I want to capture them. Alright, who should I use to destroy the warships? Well, I know Nichi's always wants to drop a sun on a warship. So here you go, Nichis. Oh shit, I realized I may have punted it. Oh, whatever. Yeah, 30k damage. More than enough to take out most warships. Oh, wait. Maybe I didn't punt it. Haha, I didn't punt it. Fuck yeah. Capture. Alright. Now this poor sap. An army can't function properly under a misguided government. Yeah, he's not wrong. Nice. That mission was fucking long. Hey! Bring Stabity! Auto repair device too. It's not terrible. Alright, let me do something real quick here. Modify. Oh, no, I don't think I need to equip. Should be. No, weird. Where is it? Okay, now we'll just purchase a. Extra booster, so it's going to give him a move of 10. I don't have a version 2 of that, do I? No, I don't. I can only equip one of that. Which means if I've got another booster of some sort, I don't think I can. No, I do have another one I can throw in there. There. And sure, why not? All right. So, unfortunately, because that mission was so damn long, I have to call it here. Because it is 9:30, and I need to let my room cool off before I go to bed. Well, I have a bunch of pretty cool Gundams, and pilot-wise, I have a few people that I need to recruit, but I'm running low on cash. So between now and Sunday, I will be doing a bunch of timed cash farming missions. I need to recruit Nana Trinity. Yeah, that would be Nana Trinity. And yeah, I'm also going to work on getting the Ptolemaios 2, because I can get that relatively easily. I'm already halfway there. I should make Hina's squad the all-girls team. No, thankfully I don't need the game to be running to do the timed missions. It just happens on its own, which is nice. So once you've assigned things to a dispatch squad, it's just timed based off of your computer system timer. Well, I shouldn't say based off of, because even if you were to change your computer's timer, it would still be like, yeah, no, you started this like 10 minutes ago and it's a 12-hour mission. You still got 12 hours. It's not that stupid, but yeah, you don't have to keep playing it for the timed missions to go off, which is nice. I can set up a 12-hour mission and come back to it 12 hours later, start up the game, and it's good to and it's ready to be picked up. All right, so tomorrow will be Final Fantasy XIV, carrying on with my Sprite playthrough. I am much closer to unlocking Shiva, so I will be able to actually fight Shiva, hopefully tomorrow. Beyond that, fuck, I don't remember what else I have to do. The Bloody Banquet's coming up. And the Ivy Hunt. Although, honestly, I think I should be done the Approach to Heaven's Ward fairly soon. I mean, I still have to do the Keeper of the Lake dungeon. But I think after that, so after Shiva and Keeper of the Lake, I don't think there's anything else other than the solo duty at the bridge. Huh. Well, anyways, I'm going to see who we can raid out to tonight, and also, just so everyone is aware, one of the things that I was doing earlier today is I have set up a actual raid message. So anyone who's subscribed can copy and paste that into the chat when we go to hang out at another person's chat. If you aren't subscribed, you can use this one and then insert any other emotes you want. Unfortunately, my emotes only work in my channel if you are not subscribed. So, there you have it. All right, let's see who we can raid out to. Also, thank you guys for coming out tonight. It was good seeing every one of you. I will see all of you tomorrow for Final Fantasy. Hopefully, everyone can cool down a little bit tonight before you have to go to bed, because holy crap, it's warm out. All right, let's see who is on tonight. I know Lady Bun Bun was on earlier. She's still on? Yes, I think she is. Yeah, she is. Sweet. We're going to go right into Lady Bun Bun. She's done a 2.0 model debut today, and she's also currently playing Repo with a bunch of her friends, and is in the middle of a subathon. So we're going to pop in, we're going to say hi. We've hopefully all got our raid messages. And I will see all of you tomorrow. So thank you all for coming out again tonight, and I will catch all of you later.